fortunate to be here at WIN because this is what it is about. It is all about energy, and very different from other conferences where the focus may be on one topic. The focus here is on your favorite topic, you. So what we're going to do is we're going to learn a little bit about energy and you and how your energy affects you and everyone around you, as well as how the energy around us affects us. Everything is energy, absolutely everything. So everything from the sound of my voice to the thoughts in your head, to the chairs you're sitting in, to this beautiful room, to the organization WIN, everything is energy. Things that may be in a physical form seem to be energy in a state of rest, but in reality, nothing is resting. Everything is moving. Anything that is man-made is thought energy first and physical, the end product. Thought energy first, physical, the manifestation. So this microphone I'm speaking into was somebody's very clever idea to be able to transmit sound from my voice into a monitor and speakers and project it all around the room. Very clever idea. Simply someone's thought energy first, and then whatever it took to physically assemble these parts, put it together, work out the technology, final product, microphone. Anything that is man-made, your chairs, these lights, your clothing, your purse, your shoes, your careers, anything that is man-made is thought energy first, physical last. Just as you are the result of the thought energy of your parents at that magical moment. Okay, we won't go there. But truly, everything is thought energy first. So what is your greatest currency then? Your mind. Now, your mind is not your brain. Your brain is contained within your head, and your brain facilitates function of the body. It facilitates directing what the body is going to do and how we feel about certain things and how function goes on. But the mind is what controls things. And they've come to realize that the mind and the brain are quite different, and the thought results in what the mind does as opposed to what this head does and this physical brain. They've done experiments where they would put a person in a room with an electroencephalograph attaching nodes and dials to their head, and they've had a machinery recording all kinds of data, and they said, please, think a thought. And that person would think a thought, and all the dials and levers move. Then they take that person and move them into a room with an electromagnetograph, which is magnets hanging from the ceiling. And they say, okay, with their dials and levers on their machinery, think a thought. And when that person thinks a thought with nothing attached to his head, her head, all of a sudden the dials and levers move, confirming that thought is not inside of your head. Thought is out here. Thought is contagious. Thought is everywhere. So your thoughts may affect me, just as my thoughts may affect you. When we are looking at the way we interact, the way we exchange our energy, it is on such a profound level, sometimes we don't know quite how to analyze it. Now, in Eastern understanding of energy, we look at energy on 3 levels. First level of energy is Jing, and that's the physical energy, this stuff that you can feel, all this, right? The tactile energies of the universe, your chairs, 5 elements, fire, earth, metal, water, wood, okay? Jing energy. Second level energy is Qi. I think you've all heard that word Qi, right? The internal life force that's in everybody. And that's a Chinese word, Qi. Ki is the Japanese word. Mana is the Hawaiian word. Prana is the Indian Sanskrit word of this life force, this invisible life force that's in everybody and in everything. People, animals, plants, inanimate objects, everything has Qi. And Qi has an intelligence. And Qi, this invisible life force that's in everybody, is 7 times more powerful than Jing. This internal life force is 7 times more powerful than the physical. This chi is what keeps you alive. Chi, you can feel, just like you can feel jing, and often it's inspired by emotion. So when you're happy, your chi is flowing, you feel good, nothing bothers you. Somebody can cut you off and you're, oh, excuse me, go right ahead. It's okay. People can be sick around you. You don't get sick. Nothing phases you. But then let's say you get a little bad news, or somebody tells you you have an unexpected bill, or we read something in the papers. All of a sudden, our chi drops. We feel like our heart drops, but your heart's not going to drop. But you get this sensation. And all of a sudden, you don't feel like doing anything. You kind of feel low. You feel numb. You feel kind of flatlined. That's your chi being affected by this unbeknownst energy within you. Have you ever been so angry, so pissed off, that you're just like really furious, and then now your breathing changes, and your eyes start bugging out, and your neck gets tight, and you just want to throw something down? Well, that's the chi inside of you taking control of your body. Your chi controls you, so you want to control your chi. Now, Shen is 3rd level energy, and Shen is the mind energy. And this is your higher consciousness, your intuition, your instinct. This is your knowing. Your Shen works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, but you don't feel it. It is your Shen that brought you to the WIN conference. It is your higher consciousness that said, should I go out and spend this money on something else or do this? And your Shen said, oh, hello, this is what you're going to do. It is your Shen energy that gives you an experience like, by a show of hands, tell me if you can relate to this. You're thinking of somebody out of the clear blue. Hey, I wonder how Zeus is doing. I haven't seen her in a long time. No big deal. And she calls. All of a sudden she calls. How many of you have had that experience, right? That is your Shen. Or you walk into the store and there they are, and you go, oh my, I was just thinking about you. I promise. Just now, I was just thinking about you. This is your knowing. This is your Shen. What is that about? It's extraordinary. This Shen knows everything, but you don't feel it, but it is working. And I'm going to show you guys how powerful this Shen is, because it is 7 times more powerful than your chi, which makes it 49 times more powerful. Do the math, 7 times 7, right? Then your jing, your higher consciousness, your gut level, sometimes we call it, your knowing, is 7 times more powerful than the internal life force, than the physical, than anything. Your thought energy, your mind energy is where it's at. And I'm going to show you a little something, and maybe I could ask George to volunteer. So George is going to, I'm going to help George tap into his Shen. George is going to be my guinea pig, no, my volunteer, my victim, no. And what we're going to do is we're going to use muscle testing. Now, are you familiar with muscle testing? Yes. Okay, wonderful. So for those of you who are not, muscle testing is a way that we're testing his energy by using his muscles. It's not how strong his muscles are, but we're going to use his muscles to see what strengthens him and what weakens him, okay? So which arm may I use? Okay, so face everybody and put your arm out to the side. Give this arm some strength. Wonderful. Tell everybody your name.
George.
Wonderful. Great. Tell everybody you're Kristen.
I'm Christoph.
Tell everybody you're Kristen.
I'm Kirsten.
Okay, who are you really?
George.
Well, thank goodness. Okay. So when you speak the truth, your energy automatically becomes strong. When you speak in untruth, it's interesting how your energy becomes weak. George, I want you to think of somebody you love. You don't have to tell anybody, but just think of someone you love. All right, this may be difficult. See if you can think of somebody you don't care for. It's maybe a stretch. Go back to think of somebody who you love. All right. Now think of that person that you don't care for. Now, isn't it a pity that when you think of the person you don't care for, it actually weakens you? Okay, so I know that it might be possible you people out there have somebody you don't care for, and that's the last thing you want to do is like, oh, she's here at the party, oh, great, or you walk into the office, oh, and so we've got people in our lives that maybe we have less than favorable thoughts about, but we don't want them to weaken us. I'm going to show you a technique that is truly a interesting one that may be of help. Put the tip of the tongue on the roof of your mouth behind your front teeth. Nobody can tell you're doing it. And face that way. Put your arm out to the side. And please, think of that person that you don't care about. Good. Drop your tongue. Think of that person again. Tongue on the roof of your mouth.
Tongue up?
Yep, tongue up. Interesting, huh? Awesome. So this is something I want you all to do right now. Put the tongue on the roof of your mouth. Okay? It automatically centers you. It connects a front meridian with a back meridian that meets there. Okay, now relax, everybody. I want you to do this. George, be nice and neutral. I want you all to look at George and say, I love you. Not out loud. I want you to think, I love you. Give this arm some strength. Wonderful. Now what I want you to do is I want you to think, do you love me? Do you love me? Okay. Okay. What I want you to think now is, you don't love me as much as I love you. Go back to think, I love you. Okay, now what I want you to do, George, I want you to stand right over here. And don't look in that monitor so nobody can see, right? When I go like this, I want you to think, I love you. When I go like this, I want you to think, you don't love me as much as I love you. Okay? Everybody clear? Yeah? Okay, arm out. Was that accurate? Thank you, George. Now, here's the. Am I out? I am. Oh, fantastic! Can I get 3 people up? Is it Kristen? Am I okay time-wise? Because I thought that was going kind of fast. Okay. Can we do this quickly? Let me get you up on stage, Kristen. Would you? Yay. Oh, she's going to come and strangle us with the skirt. Okay. So, Kristen, I want you to think of this. Think of somebody. Come over here. Come over here. All right. Think of somebody. Now, I know we've gone through this. See, love is a tricky thing. Because is it possible that you love too much? Is it possible that we care too much? So, think about your son and how fabulous he is. Wonderful. Do you ever worry about him? Is there anything that you might worry about? Don't say it. Let's see, do you worry about him? Do you think he's fantastic and that he'll be awesome? Do you sometimes worry if everything's going to be okay? Okay. What I want you to do is this. Now, everybody, I want you to think about him kind of being worried and everything. Everybody out here, just go like this. Okay, I want you to worry about him. Go ahead. You can worry. Go ahead. Worry. All right. Now, everybody relax. I want you to think, oh, poor Kristen. She's worried about her son. Okay, so what does that say? With the support of people, doing something as simple as this. So you do it to yourself. You lift your energy. You raise your energy. You explode with positivity. You can strengthen yourself as well as others. When you have somebody that you start to feel sorry for, you may love her, but your it weakens them. So for us, when we think about our kids and we worry about them, do we weaken them? When we think of our parents and we worry about them, does that weaken them? Our mind energy, our thought energy permeates. It weakens us as well as it could weaken them. But it also, we have a way to strengthen ourselves as well. Now, this is the tip of the iceberg of 1 million techniques, well, maybe 500,000, that you'll learn in the workshop. But it is all about energy, all about energy. So we will give each other some energy right now and say thank you.
Thank you,
Susu, for letting me
Thank you. Awesome. Oh, okay. All right.